What's going on, world? You're listening to FRESHH Radio, where I bring you family, revolution, entertainment, spirituality, health, and hip-hop, all in one show. And, I'm going to keep it real with everyone listening, because I don't have to say this. You would never know anyway. I'm just going through it. I've had let's just say an eventful last few 72 hours. And in the creation of this particular show, I went as far as doing this in advance. I'm at the point where I need to force myself to do things. And with that being the case, I'm coming back to do my show on a regular basis. We're going to do it weekly. We're going to do it every Sunday. We're going to do it in the morning. We're going to do it at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of people know I'm in the Central Standard, so, that makes it 8 p.m. over here. And, 6 p.m. over in the left coast. So, if you are on the West Coast and you're listening to this live, I appreciate you for starting your day with me. That's exactly what I wanted to do. A lot of people don't get up. It's a Sunday, and people don't get up early for whatever reason. I like life enough that I want to get up early every day, so I can get the most out of the 24. But today I was late, man. I ain't gonna hold you up. I set the show up, and I really didn't have what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't have I didn't have a set time or date that I wanted to continue to do this, as far as produce it, if you will. So I just created these shows, and just so happened that one of the shows that I created, the time was off. So, I had to just go back and change that a little bit. That's it. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm going to start the show right now. I've really been, not saying basking in the glory, but I've been taking in the glory for sure, and doing things differently. One of the things that I started off like this. If you've been a long-time listener, and even if you're not, you'll know that on my shows, I will give you a title for the month, and I'm going to rock with for the month, and then we'll just go on individual shows for however many periods or however many episodes I can squeeze out that month. And this particular month, we're going to talk about I don't know how I want to put this, because it's in the air. It's in the air of social media, where people be stealing. People be stealing. They be stealing. So, but I don't know, about 15 years ago, maybe 13 years ago, I don't know, I started this thing. I started it on Twitter, and it came from Twitter, and it spilled over on all other social media, and it's still, I'm the only one that did it for multiple summers, but, nobody's picked up on it, and it's still something that is very, very, very prevalent. So, excuse me, until I can get that copyrighted and trademark, I'm not going to speak about it, because people are stealing. It's just that serious. And I believe what I got is something that can hold my legacy. We'll say it that way. That can stay and hold my legacy. So, with that being said, with that being the case, I know that I got charge this phone. By me having to charge this phone, I gotta put myself in the position right quick. So give me 1 second. Man, I gotta disconnect my sound. That's all the way bad. Well, here we go. Hold on. Call myself being prepared, but even when you're prepared, something wrong. My main aspect is to make sure that I am really, really giving y'all the best that I can give you. I got to return back to where I was. You don't. In order to get to where you want to go, you got to travel to where you've been, or learn from where you've been, or something like that. I don't got that saying all the way together. But I've been really focusing on coming back into my peace. A lot of things have occurred in my life since the last time I've done one of these shows. I'm not talking about the interviews, and I've had a couple of sporadic shows, and those sporadic shows was basically just so I can try to get back into the groove of things. But it's one thing or another. And even today, I was late, and I still came through and did the show. I didn't say, "Oh, fuck it, nah, I did that." As you can see, I'm yawning, and it's not because it's early. It's just because I'm really, really tired. The last few days have been strenuous for me. I actually might as well say Friday morning, because I was recording from like 11 to like 6 in the morning. But on that morning, whatever, I lost my voice recording. I actually hurt my ear from doing all that screaming and listening to that music loud and recording. So, I had to take some downtime and pamper myself to bring me back up to speed so I could finish the song. And then even in the midst of all that, I come out and say it on this platform, but one, or actually not even one, but two of my family members was in the hospital. And one was in a nursing home, the other one went to the ER. And, as of us speaking right now, everybody's cool. One of them's back at home and the other one's in recovery. So, it forced a lot on me as an individual to make some things happen and be in a place in a position so that I could just be of service. So, excuse me. But, the title of this song, I'm so used to writing songs. The title of this show, Kingdom Come Soon. And it has like what most things I do, it has like a multiple trifecta, just multiple different meanings that I have placed upon it. And I mean this, or I created this particular show in order to highlight a couple of things. Like I said, this is the return. This is the return of me getting back into my swing of things. But, even just saying that this is the return for me getting back into my swing of things, I still am aware that there are occurrences that are happening that not only are outside of my power, outside of my circle of influence. There's only a certain amount of things that we have control over, or that are in our reality. I might know about what's going on over in Gaza and Ukraine and Russia and all of that. But the main thing is that's not my reality. My reality is over here in America, and specifically the state that I reside. So saying that is like, I'm more concerned with the politics locally than the politics globally, even though those global politics are being enacted and affected and affecting us on a local level. You know, I still can only really worry about why my eggs are $100 a gallon, you know, and why do I have to be paid to get a haircut? Why do I have to force to pay more than what is needed to be? You know, I be really trying to make things happen and make things work, you know, but man, when I tell you, it's real hard to connect the dots most times because, man, it's just one thing or another. Like something just happened right now, and you wouldn't know if you wouldn't know. So we like it's coming to a head. You know, this is an election year, and I can't wait till November so I can cover this whole fiasco because it's crazy. But, you know, there are things that I'm really yarning a lot. That's wild. But there are things that are occurring in our everyday life on a microcosmic level. Micro meaning small, cosmic meaning there's a whole. I don't know what cosmic means, honestly, outside of space. But you know, I do know. I don't want to say microcosm. You know, like a small community or small organization of things. But on the small level, let's take it to the individual. And I'm going to speak for myself because I can't speak for everyone, but hopefully this resonates with a lot of people so that towards they can agree with it. And even if you can't agree with it, man, talk to me. I talk back. But maybe I should post it. I don't know. Like this is all a trial and error at this point because I'm telling you, I really am trying to make sure that this is a proper. I don't want to say proper show, but a proper flow. You know, I was just saying I should post this on Facebook instead of me just waiting to post it a little bit later. But maybe I'll post it after the gig is over with. I don't know. Either way, so like on a microcosm level, on a small scale, on a personal scale, on a personal level, you know, we are all experiencing a change within ourselves, and some of us feel it a little deeper than others. You know, I personally, you know, I've gone through my divorce, and it's been finalized, and currently, as I speak, my children are with their mother. So, you know, I'm having a decompression that I have not had in so many years. It's not even been the 3 years since the separation. It's been even while I was together with her, I was still taking on things from her, you know, and not able to decompress from things from my life. So, you know, this is a beautiful time at this point, and I am taking this time for myself to build and create and to things that I've put on the back burner, things that I have not been able to put the mental capacity behind, you know, things that have affected me in one way or another, you know. Saying all that to say these, I really and truly want to make sure that not only am I being heard to this degree, but I want to make sure that when I start moving forward with the things I have planned, that I'm doing these activities, these projects, I'm doing these things well within the means of my scope of my scope of ability for just myself. You know, I don't have a team. You know, I mean, anybody who claims to be a part of my team, they are not getting paid. You know, they're doing everything freelance, and I don't need freelance work because freelancers do whatever they want to do. I need someone who has an impact and is hired to do a certain particular task. And, I don't have nobody like that right now. And I don't even have nobody like that working for me for just the love of doing that. And it's whatever. It's not saying I'm complaining, but I'm doing all of these things on my own. And by me doing these things on my own, it's just forcing me to really take care and be meticulous about the things and how I put things together. I don't want to bring something to the I don't want to start nothing I can't think. And if I start something, I want to start it correctly. That's where I'm getting at with this. I want to make sure, not even that I want to make sure, I will be making sure that moving forward, the things that I'm speaking about in these shows are going to be a reflection of the actions that I'm taking place in my life. So, I just want that to be clear for real, because the kingdom coming is basically me elevating to where I can accept this godhood, this kingship, this kingdom, if you will, and fall in place and fall in line. So I know it sounds like a lot, but, touching back on when I say everybody's going through this change, we are all currently going through a refinement process with ourselves. And because we are refining within ourselves, our surroundings have to match that as well, and you can't become a diamond, a proper diamond. Pressure, if the right conditions aren't there. You can't become a proper diamond if the right conditions aren't there. They're growing diamonds in the lab now as opposed to them being naturally created. But saying that to say this, you can't. Well, you can grow your personal development, but it's something that is a work of extreme focus and determination to come out of what you are and become something completely different. It's a metamorphosis. I don't know why I got to thinking about a caterpillar when I was saying that, but you start off as a caterpillar, or a few years ago you were a caterpillar, and then for that duration of the COVID thing, the pandemic thing, I'm not afraid to speak on that shit. They can cancel me, but I'm gonna give it to y'all real on my thoughts and how I feel. But when that COVID pandemic thing and we were locked up, that was our cocoon phase, and a lot of us were able to find out more about ourselves because we were so detached away from the societal norms, and then a lot of us also had to become extremely creative to continue and maintain the lifestyle that we had prior, and which resulted in, honestly, a paradigm change to where things are done differently now, 5 years ago, there was no work from home to this degree. You know what I mean? Now everybody has the option to work from home. That's most companies that are, blue collar or whatnot, they have the option to do that work from home thing, come in part time, and still be able to take care of their things. So, that's just like one of the paradigm changes that happen on a macrocosm at a larger scale, But on a microcosm, on the self thing, a lot of us have begun this, how do I put it? I don't want to say a purity cleanse or nothing like that, but there's definitely some type of cleansing, where we're cleansing the old self and creating or welcoming the new self. The process of doing so is that emergence out of the cocoon. And it takes energy to do that. And even when the butterfly finally comes out of the cocoon, it doesn't just take off immediately, It doesn't. It has to let the blood go through its wings. But I know the wings got to uncrimple itself, and then it can take off. So, even though we're at this emerging point, we're still not at the point of being able to take off and fly, and individually, we're going through this refining and this changing. But as a collective, there are those among us who are ignoring this change and, as a matter of fact, are going completely in the opposite direction, causing friction, confusion, aggregation, and a whole bunch of other adjectives that describe how people feel when people are doing currently. I don't want to talk on a particular subject. I'm pretty sure you see it. I'm pretty sure you see the adversiveness. Or we can even say it like this. You can see it in the online comments when you say, "Oh, I like apples," and then somebody comments and says, "But would that mean you don't like any other fruit? You hate the other fruit?" I mean, like, that's just wild. That's how people are choosing to communicate with each other. There's no camaraderie, no building, no strengthening, no bonding. It's just all tearing down, destruction, destroy, talking shit. And I'm the one to talk. I mean, I don't tear nobody down, but I'll talk hella shit, hella shit. But the main thing is that when I do go online, I extend my opinions and my brain matter to the subject, but I don't impose. I put things on for this is me, and if there are any questions, comments, or concerns, please address. And if you feel like I am wrong, then you can enlighten me. Definitely enlighten me. I don't want to make it seem like I am the end all, be all, know all. But yeah, I definitely take a stance now, and I go by that. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who take their stances and they go by that too. And it's what I say, man. There's people, just because I'm going through a reality don't mean that your reality ain't real. It's just different. I've been saying this for probably about a week now, but we can show up at the same exact time, at the same exact place, and see something completely different, interact with the situation completely different, and that's just because we're completely different as people. And the more we embrace these differences instead of trying to have people conform to this generality, the more we allow people to be themselves instead of trying to conform to a generality, then I can't even say that, because you can sit around here and want to be yourself all day, but if someone won't allow you to be you, if someone will not allow you to be in your mode, then that's another thing. So yeah, I really want this to be a what's the word I'm looking for? I want this to be a way that I can reflect, use as a mirror, not only myself, but the world views, because the kingdom can't come until the kingdom is ready to come, and really I feel that it won't come until we ready ourselves, So this is all in an attempt to make sure that we can stay on the same page, And when I say we, all my listeners, all my peoples, I don't got fans like that. Like, no, let me take that back. I do have fans. Trust me, I got fans. Fanatics. I got fanatics. They scare the shit out of me. I've had a couple of them. But, for the most part, I don't interact with people who interact with me and consider them fans. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, I'm on the same level as you, because I'm not. But, I'm on the same planet as you. I'm going through the same struggles that you're going. I'm going through the same, and even still saying that, I'm not going through the same, but I understand. I go through that plight. I feel deeply towards that. I'm empathetic to that. So my connection with those who've chosen to align themselves with me, that connection only gets strengthened the more that I continue to share myself with those who interact with me. So I mean, that's where I'm going with this. I really want to be more. I'm already open and I'm already transparent, but I want to be more inclusive. I think that's the word. I want to make sure that I am bringing people in, and I'm not just saying, I want to invite white people to the barbecue, Nah, I don't care. I don't control the barbecue. If you show up, just make sure you got something. Don't show up empty-handed, or I'm definitely kicking you out the barbecue. I don't care who you is. And if you come into the barbecue on some fuck shit, you're gonna get fucked up. But I want to make sure that the things that I'm talking about are aligning with the things that you are doing. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it like, I want to know that you're doing X, Y, Z, and so I can talk about it. But more so, I want to be on point with my dialogue to where it resonates with what you are living, and that's honestly one of the reasons for this consistency. That's one of the reasons for curating the platform the way I am. I think that's the right term that I'm using. I don't want to say designing, but I'm putting the content out on the dates and the times and things of that nature for a specific reason, I really got that. I really got that together to the point where I know that this is what I want. And a lot of people don't know what they want. They just out here floating, but I definitely know what I want. And by that being the case, I'm going to go after it and get it, one way or another. It's not even one way or another. I am going to go get it. So, yeah, I want to bring different aspects of, I don't want to say spirituality, but, let me put it like this. In the Bible, the man they called Jesus Christ was an angel, was a spirit creature beforehand. Jesus Christ came to earth by incarnating in a woman's belly. Joseph had to be pissed. Once Jesus is born, he basically goes back to the toilet. I mean, after everything he's done, he goes back to the toilet. Dang, I'm tired, telling him I'm tired. He goes back to the spirit realm, excuse me. And then what? So my thing is this. Came from the spirit realm. He incarnated into the physical realm and went back to the spirit realm. That's a cycle. So he can come back as a physical. Did it once, you do it again. That is reincarnation. That is and it's in the Bible. You know, they not explicitly saying that's what it is, but that's what happened. So reincarnation itself, the fact that like a plant, we can reproduce and multiply, be fruitful and whatever. Not that I lost my train of thought, but dog, I started talking about so many different things and combining them and in between. I don't even want to move forward with that. But I'll sum it all up with this. I'm on a mission to help cultivate the garden of your mind so that it can bring forth the fruits of the Spirit. We'll say it that way. And that was a culmination thing I was really trying to say. So, like, yeah, I am really on a mission to better myself. And I hope that the people who are taking heed of me bettering myself attempt to better themselves as well. And not saying that like you need to better yourself, but man, everybody could use that refinement. And refinement alongside of not entertainment, but enjoyment. You know, when you love to do what you do, if you love to work on yourself, it's only going to produce grand results. So, you know, that kingdom going to come a little quicker or come a little faster. Might come a little deeper, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, the main objective for me currently is to attach myself to consistently. So that way, if I show up, it's expected. You know, the way I show up is what's going to be unexpected. You know, but it's expected. You know, I want to live to the point where you know that this is what it is and this is what it's going to be. So yeah, we'll touch base on that a little bit more next week. But you know, I'm going to, before I close out the show, you know, I just want to let people know a couple things I got going on. I will be traveling to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the next 10 days, we'll say, 10 days or less. I may even be in Michigan. I don't know. I'm not too sure about even if I want to go to Michigan at this point. There's nothing really paying me. Anyway. Well, I know I will be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania within the next 10 days. Tap in with me if you haven't already, and we'll link up and make some things happen. Also, we'll be taking my ass back to college soon. That's definitely going to be a focal point on here because I'm going to be learning my ass off because that's not only what I do, I'm paying for it, but it's part of my journey at this point, you know, me going back to school for the thing that I'm going for. I can't really speak on that either because I don't know what the exact title is of it right now, but this is say I'm going to go get my bachelor's, and yeah, I might pursue that even further. But yeah, I also want to say I'm working on new music. I made a tweet on Twitter, and the producers showed up, and they've been showing out, and they won't leave me alone now. So, like, I got an inbox full of beats that I listen to, like, on a weekly basis. If you want to send me a beat, NUKNOE@gmail.com. I'm only looking to write to release on SoundCloud or release for free or whatever. I'm not looking to make profit off of any of these songs. I don't care how good the song is. But if the song does start doing trap shit, then, you know, we're going to have to talk numbers and splits and things like that. And it will be that dark done. But, yeah, the other thing I wanted to touch base on, shows. Man, there's a show coming up tonight, actually. I'm not sure where it is tonight, but it's kind of close. And with that being said, you know, I just need to get out there and do some more shows. But also need to hit this jump rope because, man, my lungs be killing me afterwards, bro. You don't even know. So yeah, I'm gonna get it together one way or another for sure. And if if for whatever reason you have not, man, follow me on all the social medias. NUKNOE. It's at Twitter, Hotmail, or excuse me, Yahoo. Can't even get it. Either way, just get at me everywhere on the social media site. NUKNOE at wherever, and the email NUKNOE@gmail.com. Producers, send me some stuff, send me some. If you just randomly sending me beats and have never listened to what I got going on, it's just a chance that I might not work with you. But it's cool. I appreciate anyone, every artist who sends their music with me to collab, basically to collab. That's what I'm doing it for right now. Just to work on some things, and we got it. I don't think I have anything else. Bring some orange sugar when you come up, please. Other than that, man, definitely it's been the young man Luke signing off on Fresh Radio, where we brought you the family revolution, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. Man, listen, I give it to you the way I give it to you, and this is the best way I can do it at this point. Man, y'all be smooth. Peace.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.